albums on Tuesdays. I don't know if y'all remember that. I don't know the demographic of everybody. I'm assuming that y'all around our age, so y'all remember a time not only when you had to go to the store to buy albums, but you remember a time when albums only came out on Tuesdays. That came at a time when you now when I mean I, my bad. When albums came out on Tuesdays, you had time to digest the album. You going to work with it. You working with it if you got the luxury of listening to music while you work. You get to, you know what I'm saying, chill with it for them 3-4 days before the weekend to where things are kind of mundane because you really living the life you want to live on the weekend. So the week is when you really get to digest the entertainment. This is why TV shows come on. You don't get SVU and Chicago PD and Chicago Med on Saturday and Sunday. You get them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday so they could be digested and keep us entertained. Music used to do that and be that way. And it reflected in the reception of music. So when Tyler, the Creator, who's putting another album out, which shout out to the JBP, Joe Budden Podcast. If y'all don't know, they've been talking about this and saying this. This was the point that Joe and Parks had made. The album should be coming out on Tuesday because you had this time. But now Tyler, with a bigger microphone and the album to promote, kind of made this point and people talking about it. I definitely agree because I remember them times. It's just, how do you feel about that? And do you think that would adjust or affect the way that consumers receive and take in music?
No, I think that's dead. And is it, as us from that generation, of course we would like that, but the way the cycle of news work now, the way people take music now work, it's impossible to do that. Because no matter what day you drop it, by the end of that day, it's everywhere. Everybody already talking about it. So the people still don't get to sit with the music and really like vibe with it. That time frame from Tuesday to Friday, yeah, you had time to, because even we was in school, we would skip school and go get the CDs and come back on our Walkmans and put them on to be in school listening to it. So like, skip school. You know what I'm saying? That was just a different time, different culture, different way we took in music. Pause. But like now, just the way people take music, listen to music, it would be impossible to even create that feeling. That's why, like, for me, I don't really think it's a lot of musical moments anymore. That's why I think the Drake and Kendrick thing was such a big deal, because it was actually a moment for a change. We get so much music that's literally a couple clicks away, we forget what comes out. Like, bro, it'd be albums that been out 3-4 weeks and they be like, such a drop an album. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I ain't even know it came out because it was 3-4 albums that came out the same day. It's like, it's so much music. It's such an easy way to take it. I don't think it would matter.
Now, to your point, speaking of music being so easily digested and so music being fast food these days to where you easily digest it and then it's gone. Like the Krabby Patty ain't finna be at Wendy's for so long, you know, and then it's gonna be out of there. The McRib only come back limited time for, I'm sure, health reasons if we really want to get into a deep dive. But it's a reason why it's here limited time, because, like, you know what I'm saying, it keeps people like wanting it or whatever. And if it was there all the time, it would lose its appeal. So with music, I think that's why we in that era, because they treat it that way. But it's so many people doing music. And to your point, I just came across Mud Baby Rue. Shout out to Mud Baby Rue. 40 More Reasons. I just listened to my YouTube music playlist, just listening to random songs. Came across that song and I was like, this dude fire. Went to follow him, subscribe, listen to more of his music, and I'm like, wow, this is how people get up on new artists. He had 4 million views, 14 million views or something on his video or his music. I ain't never heard of him.
Out the loop, yep.
It's so much just like given to us and we got access to. So it does take a minute to kind of decipher through the things. But I still feel like if music had the structure from the main people to where it's coming out on Tuesday, I still feel like it would, if it just changed right now, I feel like it would affect a lot more and it would give people at least time to critique those, because everybody's going to follow them. The only reason people put music out like they do now is because we randomly get a Cardi B single. Meg finna put out another album in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying?
It comes out of another example of it, a good point of it. So like we come from a generation where we get albums, right? And what we listen to as like, okay, this is a valid opinion, this is something that we gonna live by. We had the magazines, we had the Source, we had the Double XL. Those were reputable. if they say this is a 5 mic, oh, this we got to check this out. Like this gonna be a classic. It wasn't never gonna be like we finna debate it. But see, now they don't have to wait a month for the magazine to drop. They get a influencer and instantly academics or a Kai or whoever say, yo, this album is fire. This boom, that's all you need. Not everybody gonna listen to this album because the influencer said it. So it's still not that time. They don't have. That's why I say they take it in, because when you take something in, you don't plan on it staying there forever. I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna look out. All right, boom. You got to get back out my house at some point.
Yeah.
We used to like sit with music. We used to like the music live with us. Like, oh no, I'm playing this music all day. I'm riding around with it. I'm in the car. I'm at the crib and I'm cleaning up. Like we have music when we at the park. We have music. Like the hot album was going everywhere you went. You don't even hear that no more because everybody listens to completely different music. Yeah. So it does take time to come across a Mud Baby. It takes time to come across these artists because if that's not in your algorithm at the time.
Yep. I
came across Atlas so random. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have never came across that album. So
yeah, you right about that. And we'll just leave it at that because I don't want to stretch it out too much, but. And I'm saying that like I didn't forget the point that I was gonna make while you was but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I do feel like it'll be better if people put out the star people, the key people, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, all of them, they start putting it out on Tuesday and get reviews that way. I feel like that it would curve the industry and the people who want to. Everybody just follow the leader anyway. So if that starts to be the new lead, then people will follow that, and it will give everybody more appreciation of the music, even if you like, stuff is trash and you got to say, yeah, this is whack. But
who gonna do that though? People get, I don't know. It's just a different time. It's like I don't even feel like we get honest opinions on music. That's the hard part, actually. Yeah, that's the hard part. I don't even think we get an honest reaction on music because even doing a reaction channel. If we say we don't like a song, they make it seem like you don't like the artist and anything they ever gonna do. We come from an era where if you give us a 20-track album, we might like 12 songs off that project, and we say, like, yo, this is a fire album. We got 12 songs, but it's fire. And everybody would say it's a classic. Damn near a classic album with 12 fire songs on there. Yeah. Now, if you don't like 20 songs, like that's how you gotta look at it. Like when we listen to a reaction channel. It's mad songs your artists have. Just because somebody don't like one song don't mean they hate the artist. But it's a different time, bro. People don't give room for different opinions on anything. I remember we used to argue and fuss and fight about Master P versus like the East Coast artists. Because they was like, they ain't even got no bars. They ain't even rapping. And then when Mystical came out, it was like, what? He got bars? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just progressed. What about Andre 3000? Like, you started progressing the argument. Hold on, and that was what made it
Mac fun. Had bars.
Mac had bars, too.
If somebody play Mac,
of course, Wayne.
If somebody play Mac, my brother, right now, balling, crying, got to get up and leave, crying. So
Servon got busy on some tracks. Come on, now you saying Servon ain't get busy on nothing?
You know what? I could have been a hater. No, I'm finna tell you this. I could have been a hater in my No Limit days, my high school days. I had friends who I used when I recorded my rap. When I told you that I rapped, and I had the two radios, and it had a mic on there. So I played one instrumental on the radio and put that speaker next to the little microphone that was inside the other radio, and then just leaned into the other radio microphone and rapped into it. That's how I made my very first mixtape in high school, all recorded on tape. But anyways, it was at these guys' crib, these brothers' crib. They was twins, but they wasn't identical. But they was rich to me, though, because they had an ice maker in their refrigerator, and I never seen. They actually had one of the refrigerators that had two doors on the left and right. I was like, y'all doing it big. I ain't never had a freezer on the side. A freezer on the side? Oh, y'all killing it. But anyway, they had quiche in their refrigerator. I only seen that on White Man Can't Jump. I didn't even know that was a real thing that black people had access to. Quiche. Anyways, those guys, those brothers, one of them like Bad Boy, one of them like No Limit to the death. And Justin, shout out to Justin. He liked No Limit, and he had Mr. Servon. And I was like, I will never listen to Mr. Servon with a name like Mr. Servon. I don't care how dope he is. I don't care. And I like Mac, and I like Mystical, and a few other No Limit artists he put me on.
Fiend was fire too.
Fiend
was fire.
I bought Fiend album.
Fiend was fire.
Yes, Fiend was fire.
I ain't saying Servon was on the level of Mac and Fiend and Mystical and all them. I ain't saying he on their level. They was top tier lyricists over there on No Limit. Like Fiend and all them was like the top tiers.
Yeah.
Mia X was in the top tier. Like them the top tier No Limit lyrics. But we had that because I was the East Coast. I listened to East Coast music, but I also liked some of the No Limit people. But I thought some of them was like complete trash. Yeah. So that would always be the argument. You hating? It's like no, but like y'all hating No Mason. Y'all hating. So it was like but that was fun. Hip hop was fun like that. The disagreements was made the arguments fun. Now people get disrespectful. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna slap the hell out of you, bro, because like you talking to me crazy. Like quit trying to disrespect me because we have a disagreement.
Hey, I forgot Q was in here. Shout out to my boy Quinn. I forgot his last name. I would have said it, but shout out to Christian and Justin Carr. That is their names. Oh man, shout out to them. Yeah, good times with them guys, man.
Yeah, C-Dub, exactly. It's like sports, bro. Like, that was part of the fun of it. The fun of it is having a debate. I ain't got to disrespect you to have the debate that the Biggie and Tupac, bro, I seen people, Biggie and Tupac, people was almost coming to, like, fisticuffs over Biggie and Tupac. When that was in, like, high school arguments, bro. That was, it got crazy with some of
you remember Robert
Boyd?
Hey, that was my guy. Robert, me and him used to argue about rap all day. He put me on DMX though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, we used to have them. Those is the days, man. I'm old, bro.
Man, those are days, bro. Like the kids now don't even know nothing about that. Like they'll never know. Like I'm telling you, bro, ain't even no back and forth debates. They go right to we a slide on you. Like, bro, it's a
yeah. Like
crazy.
It used to get crazy over those though. But yeah. Hey, fans used to die for their rappers, and now the rappers dying for fans. Look at the way it come around.
That's crazy. That's a bar, but that's crazy.
Oh, that's sad to laugh at.